Hi everyone, it's StKilda YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'll be doing my footy tips. So how I do this, guys, is pretty simple. I'll try and back up from last week's tips, and I'll do it this week. Return magpies, like, comment. If you're new, welcome, and hope you like the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me. So Giants vs Bulldogs, I got the Bulldogs right. Obviously that was a good sign for me. Personally that I got right. Geelong vs West Coast, I picked Geelong, got that one right. Gold Coast vs Sydney, picked Sydney, got that one horribly wrong. Carlton vs Brisbane, I picked Brisbane and I got that tip right. Fremantle versus North Melbourne, I picked Fremantle and I got that tip right. It's about 3. Melbourne versus Richmond, I picked Richmond and I lost that one. Hawthorn versus Adelaide, I picked Hawthorn, got 4. Collingwood versus Essendon, I picked Collingwood, got that one wrong. And Port Adelaide versus StKilda, and I picked Port, and I got that tip right. So that makes it 5. Now this week's tips are interesting. Alright, so let's go through this week. Alright, for example, now we have Richmond versus the Western Bulldogs. Richmond will be without Dustin Martin. Big game for both teams. There's not a lot I can say about this game. If I were to be serious enough, the Western Bulldogs are undefeated. I'm gonna have to say Richmond by 10 points. That's my first tip. So, doing tips and previews, big game, Richmond by 10 points. I think that's what I see. Collingwood versus the Gold Coast Sunset. This one's a big week for us. 1-5, Gold Coast Suns haven't performed too badly, but they did beat Sydney. The one win ahead of us. Sydney is, I think they're going to start to fall because Buddy Franklin's out. So that would not surprise me at all. They got these kids in. I'm going to say Collingwood by 20 points. And the reason why I say that, John DeGoey will be back, Mark Keane will be back, Caleb Poulter is playing his first game for us on Saturday. So we're looking at these kids, trying to obviously develop them, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, as much as possible. Adelaide versus the Giants. Now this one is a real interesting game. Adelaide just lost to Hawthorn, while the Giants, well, we know what they did in particular. As well, they've had 2 wins. They lost to the Dogs fact that they're playing the final night does favour them a little bit. But just think Adelaide by 5 points. I think this one might go right down to the wire. Generally, there are interesting games as well. So I'm very, don't mind saying that. This should be an interesting game. On top of that, Brisbane Lions versus Port Adelaide. Now these two teams, they've played in grand finals. They've played in close games. I'm going to say Brisbane by 9 points. And this is really interesting. Look, Port played well against StKilda. Absolutely dominate them. Brisbane, again, they continue on their winning ways. They hit their struts as the second quarter cost Carlton. Realistically, that was a better performance. So I'm going to say Brisbane, only because they'll be fresh enough then, Paul, but they're also, Port coming off with a belting win. So that's going to be interesting itself. For that, Sydney versus Geelong at the SCG. I'm going to say these two teams, they like playing against each other. Like a close game in the semi-final in 2005 where Nick Davis absolutely hurt Geelong with 4 goals in the last quarter. I'm going to have to say that this one is going to be different than that. I'm going to say Geelong win, and I said 25 points as well on top of that. And my Sunday games, we've got North Melbourne versus Melbourne.